On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me an angel on top of my tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 ready circles and an angel on top of my tree.
On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 Christmas trees.
2 ready circles and an angel on top of my tree.
On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 pretty snowflakes, 3 Christmas trees.
2 many circles and an angel on top of my tree. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 holly jolly berries, 4
Pretty snowflakes, 3 Christmas trees.
2 many circles and an angel on top of my tree. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 candy canes, 5 holly jolly berries, 4 pretty snowflakes,
3 Christmas trees.
2 many circles, and an angel on top of my
Tree. Oh my. We're getting a more elaborate ending every time, aren't we? Well, you heard it, right? We're on day number 6 of 12. So today is halfway through 12, isn't it? Half of 12 is 6. And you heard 6 candy canes. Now, actually, I used that same paper that I made the holly leaves with yesterday. It actually turned out to be a really cute candy cane. So if you see the candy cane, what shape is it?
like a cane.
It is. It's like a shepherd's staff. Alexis, can you share the verse? Actually, there's 2 verses here about the good shepherd. Right here.
I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and I am of mine, as the Father knoweth, even so. For I, the Father, lay down my life for the sheep.
That's right. So God, Jesus, is our good shepherd. And the neat thing about this shepherd stick is actually, if you turn it around, what is it?
J for Jesus.
That's right. It's a J for Jesus. So the candy cane can remind us that God is our good shepherd, and J is for Jesus. I actually have a fun story. This is we get something called a magazine called Clubhouse Junior. And this is actually just the recent subscription from here on December 2020. And it's a monthly magazine, and it's great for kids around 3rd grade of age and younger. So this is about the legend of the candy cane. So legend says that around 1670, that was a long time ago. So 1670 was pushing, 350 years ago, if I can do quick math? Well, in Germany, there was a choir master. He decided to bend white sugar sticks into the shape of a shepherd's staff because he wanted it to represent the good shepherd. Well, he used these plain white candy canes so he could keep the attention of small children during the really long nativity service at church. Well, soon the use of candy canes during Christmas spread all throughout Europe. In fact, when she was really, really little, in order to keep her quiet I always gave her one of those little dum-dum lollipops. So that worked pretty good, didn't it? Well, the candy cane first appeared in the United States in the mid-1800s. So that was like 130 years later. It had been in Europe for a long time, and then it came to the United States in the mid-1800s, when there was a German-Swedish immigrant that came from Germany and Sweden. And they came to Ohio, which I know we have a friend, Mackenzie, that watches sometimes from Ohio. And we're in Michigan, so it's not too far from us. And actually, speaking of folks watching, we'd love to know who's watching with us. You could tell us your name and your age and where you're from. We'd love to hear from you. So the candy cane, like I said, first appeared in the United States in the 1800s. Well, the Swedish-German immigrant living in Ohio decorated his spruce tree with the white sugar canes. Well, then soon peppermint and wintergreen flavors were added to make this treat so much yummier too. I love the minty flavors. So about 50 years later, there was a candy maker in Indiana, which is the state right next to Ohio. He decided to create a red stripe on the candy cane because he wanted to make it a witness of Christ's love. And several times we've actually shared how the red represents Jesus' blood and the green represents the eternal and everlasting life that Jesus gave us through dying on the cross. And so again, here we hear it again. The red stands for the Jesus' blood. And he also noticed that when he turned it upside down, the candy cane looks like the letter J, like Jesus. Well, the white on the candy cane stands for the purity of God's pure, one and only begotten Son. And the red stripes represent the blood he shed for the sins of the world. Now, every time you see your candy cane, you can remember the Good Shepherd. And also, the Good Shepherd and J for Jesus. So this, as you can see, is a fairly simple activity, isn't it? So let's go ahead. And I'm going to flip the camera down and we're going to make some fun little candy canes. But I want us to do some math first. So since what we're doing is we're actually going by the number. So like yesterday with the 5 holly jolly berries, we actually made 5 holly berries on our holly leaves. So today, since we're doing 6 candy canes and we have 2 people, we have to do some division.
Each of us can make 3 candy canes.
Yes, so 6 divided by 2 is 3, right? So we're gonna do 3 candy canes each. Now I already made 1.
So
I only need how many more?
3, 2.
2, yep. 1. So because I already have 1, so we'll make 2 more. And then you need to make 3 still, right? So we each have a paper. Now I recommend actually using cardstock. So today we're doing a little bit of a thicker paper because with the candy cane shape, now this is scrapbook paper. So scrapbook paper, as you can see, it works pretty well too. It's a little bit thicker. Like I would say like a thin copy paper like this one would be a little bit hard to use. So as we saw, the letter J, and I think actually if I do this upside down, I think that'll look like the letter J, doesn't it? And then you just kind of loop it around. And you can draw a couple different ones so you can see kind of which ones you like, and you can decorate them different ways. I'm gonna make this one a little bit bigger. There we go. And then we can also do it like a shepherd's hook as well. Oh, that's right, you guys need the J. So I'm gonna try to do it like a shepherd's hook now for you too. So like for me, facing this way, that's like a backwards J, isn't it? There, so I have a couple different kinds of candy canes that I've made here. And the easiest thing to do actually is to decorate and color your candy canes before you cut them out. Because after you cut them out, look how much the paper moves around, and when you try to color, it'll bend and move around. So it's actually better to draw your candy cane and decorate it before you cut it out. And actually when you decorate it, you don't have to necessarily even stay in the lines. So watch, I can actually just do lines like this. I can go right off my candy cane because I'm gonna be cutting it out anyway. So that one's just the red and white stripes. I think this one, I'm going to actually do swirls up and down it. So if you can see, that kind of still gives it stripes, but it's also a little bit on the swirly side. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of green into this one as well. So there we go. And then this last one, I think we should do a polka dotted one too. So I'm gonna do a polka dotted candy cane. I think that would be fun. Or you could do like a plaid. And candy canes do come in a lot of different colors, but I like to use the red and the white and the green to represent Jesus. All sorts of candy canes. So I'm gonna use some green. This one I'm gonna keep red and white stripes. This one's got the swirls around it. So I'm just gonna do really thin green stripes on this one. Because I just want just a little bit of green. Actually, maybe a few more green stripes. Just a tint of green. And then this one, I'm gonna put little tiny green dots mixed around the red dots. So many fun different ways that you can make your candy canes. And they're fairly easy to cut out. And if you want to hang them on your tree, you don't even need to put a hook or a ribbon on them because they have a hook. They have a natural hook that you can...
Probably why people put them on trees.
Oh, I like your stripes too. So she's got red and green stripes that are the same size. That looks really nice too. Now when I cut, I actually purposely made a thicker line so that I can cut right on top of that line and it won't get any of the white showing on your candy cane when you cut it out. So I find that's the best way. If you're going to be cutting out something that you've drawn, is to draw a very thick line. And then see, look how nice that looks when you cut it out. It has a really smooth edge as opposed to, let me show you if I did it on this side. If I just kind of go around it like this. I'll show you, see? See how like you'll get that white edge and it doesn't look as pretty? So I actually like to cut it like right kind of in the middle of the line that you drew. And then when you do that, it makes a very pretty, it makes a very pretty edge on it. There's a lot of shepherds in the Christmas story as well. Remember the angel came to the shepherds and they were a little frightened, weren't they? And the angel came to them and said, "Fear not." What did the angel say, Alexis? Do you remember? "Fear not, for behold." You don't remember? Yeah, see, we did the nativity play last year with the verses, and she was an angel. And she spoke to the shepherds, and then our little white dog Polly was one of the sheep for the shepherds. But the shepherds, once they heard about Jesus being born, they came right away to Bethlehem, to the stable, so they could worship the King of Kings. So the shepherds have a significant part of the Christmas story. And another interesting thing about the shepherds as well is that a shepherd was considered kind of a poor person in the Bible days, and they were, maybe on the lower end scale of the social ladder. And so Jesus used that because he's so humble. Even though he's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, he could have been born in a giant castle. He could have been born with all the fanciest things around him, but instead he was born in a stable. Yeah, golden crib. But instead he was born in a stable with the animals, and the Bible uses a shepherd to represent Jesus, because although a shepherd may be poor and not necessarily be high ranking in the social world, a shepherd is very good to his sheep. He cares for them, he stays with them, he watches out for them. And here we are. Look at these cute little candy canes. And I'll show you, see how when you cut them right along the edge there, see how nice that turns out? And then this is when I did the swirls and the little tiny green lines. And there's my polka dot candy cane. So Alexis has one. She's got really pretty red and green stripes for hers. I don't think she's happy with hers though. She's hard on herself when it comes. Oh, I'm really, really crooked here. Alexis is very hard on herself when we do crafts. She wants them to be a certain way, but I think they turn out wonderful. Look how nice. Isn't that pretty? So she did the red and green stripes that are the same size. So hers is even different than the ones I made. That's pretty good, isn't it? So every time you see a candy cane, what do we think of, Alexis?
Jesus.
J for Jesus, and that he is our
shepherd.
That's right. He's our good shepherd. He'll always take care of us, his sheep. So let's go ahead and pray and thank God for being our good shepherd. Dear Jesus, we thank you so much for being our good shepherd. We thank you for always watching out for us and taking care of us. We thank you that if we ever go astray, you will always welcome us back. We love you so much, Jesus. Amen. Well, thank you so much for joining us for our candy canes, and we hope you had a lot of fun. And actually a little bit later, since this is our midway point, we're going to make a little video of the song and show you how, because you can't quite see the tree in our video, so we're going to show you a video of all the different paper ornaments on our tree. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for the 12 Days of Christmas Papercraft Devotionals. Check out all 12 of our videos on our playlist 12 Days of Christmas.
Candy canes by Holly Jolly Berries. 4 pretty snowflakes, 3 Christmas trees, 2 many circles, and